WhatsApp, you archive chats which you don't want to see every day. So it's mostly out of sight, out of mind. But what is really an archive? An archive is not a place where information goes to sleep or to rest. It is not static repositories. It is a place where information comes and it's every day questioned, accessed, and worked with. And it's not just about the past, it's also about the present, and it helps us tell stories, both big and small, about who we are, where we have come from, where we are going. So, what can an archive look at a place like NCBS? This is how our archives looks, and this is the website. And we work mostly on 4 verticals, which is research on archival sciences in India, expanding collections of scientists, furthering research in archival sciences, and then reimagining archives as a part of commons through vibrant public engagement. But now let's come to the part where I, an archivist without a background in ecology or birding, is at a gathering of ornithologists and bird watchers at a bird festival in Wayanad. So there is a lot of information that one can use as an ecologist or a birder from the archives at NCBS or from archives around the world. And as custodians of collective memory, we in the archival profession record and recognize that there are records which are not just used for historical curiosity, but also they contain essential historical information. Like Pritha said, for in the case of natural history specimens, these archival data, which are mostly paper-based manuscript, can be used for understanding historical baselines. And one of the kind of material that exists at the archives are cartographic representation maps. This is a map from a collection of R. Prabhakar, who is an ecologist who did his PhD from the Center for Ecological Sciences in IISc. And this is one of his research references. This is a map from 1907 of Nilgiri district. It's a vegetation cover. And then in the same collection, there is also a map from much later, 1980s. This is 1990s. And it is also the vegetation cover map. And if you look further into the collection, there is another map which is Landsat imagery. So over time, over almost 50 years, you can find different maps covering the same area, and you can understand the landscape change. And this is what was used by Vijay Ramesh. This is a similar approach that was used by Vijay Ramesh and his team to understand grasslands bird species decline. This is also the paper that Pritha had quoted. It had also used dead birds, but it also used historical literature like collectors' journals and field notes and bird checklists, which are all available in the archives, and also maps, old maps from colonial times, which is available in the archives. There are also bird checklists. This is a bird checklist from the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. This is a checklist by R.J. Ranjit Daniels in 1979. And this is the first and last page that I put in to show the number of birds that he has recorded, almost 353. You can tell me more about how this will be useful than I can tell you. This can help understand the population of birds, the kind of different birds that existed in Nilgiri at that point of time, and a lot of field note of Ravi Shankaran, who was also an ecologist. There are also information about other species in the same field journal. Ghazala Shahabuddin, who was working with the same folder, contains pictures also of Indian robin. Now, this is a horned owl.